Well, I'm not sure if this is a approved method, but this is how I got underneath uh, the 50-inch Timecutter with the pressure washer. So I think I got everything actually out of it. So it's almost as clean as new underneath. So you just have to be willing to lay on your back, unfortunately. I just want to see how much I could get out. But I'm going to use the hose nozzle next to see if it does better than what I did with the pressure washer. Obviously that prevents you from getting on your back, but you can't see it, you know, when you're doing that. So this I can see and hit what I need to hit. So, and this is safe. I mean, you know, it's not going to fall. But, I mean, you could tell how much I got out of it. This was from the mulch kit. So there's a lot that gets stuck under the mulch kit, unfortunately. So if you get a mulch kit, you're gonna have to find a way to clean under it, because I noticed it wasn't cutting as good, obviously, as the first day, because it's starting to have accumulation of crap underneath. So I definitely recommend trying out the hose attachment or getting a pressure washer and getting underneath it, because I was not happy with the way it was cutting. So anyways, 50-inch Timecutter Toro with a mulch kit. Couple downsides on the mulch kit. Might as well make this a little bit of a review on the mulch kit. On the highest setting, when I go backwards, this piece right here, if you go backwards, well, not on the high setting, but on some settings, I will actually dig into the ground at certain angles, because this thing doesn't have any, it's not like a free floating, you know, deck where it can kind of, you know, adjust a little bit better. So that's the downside to not having that free float deck, I guess. This side will dig and ruin things on someone's lawn. What is that? Is that ready paint and rust starting to happen? Well, anyways, yeah, I don't like that part when you reverse. Obviously it's not easy to take a baffle out. That's a downside if you want to shoot your clippings to the side. So it'd be better if you could, you know, do that flap thing. I might consider getting that flap that everybody's getting, even though it doesn't mulch as good because it doesn't have baffles. But for function and purpose, I mean, those guys aren't complaining. So it's obviously still mulching with that flap. Anyways, oh, another fun thing, at Ace Hardware they sell spare Toro keys, which is a downside and a good aspect. So you should always have two on you in case you lose your one. That's stupid to depend on one. If you lose your keys, I mean, you're done, you know. Other than that, 3 gallons seems to be doing pretty good for about 6 to 10 homes. Now, I don't have the exact, I didn't completely run out, but I was definitely going to run out on the 8th one today if I had an 8th one, but I didn't. I only had 6 today, actually. Almost had 7, but it started raining, so I just called quits. But other thing I do is I run without the cover, because I'm constantly rinsing that, and taking it on and off is kind of a pain. So I just leave the covers off and I rinse it every night, because there's sticks and twigs and a bunch of crap, you know, stuck under the middle. It's not really they're stuck under this one, they're stuck under the other ones. So you got to clear those out. I haven't checked the tire pressure. I'm going to do that next, since 2 weeks ago, to see if the tire pressure has gone down. Obviously it cuts lower if the pressure goes down. There's a squeaking that's kind of annoying already, somewhere on the left side. I don't know what it is, but something here is squeaking like a mofo, and it's driving me bonkers. I have earplugs in and I can hear it like as if I'm not wearing earplugs. The seat flops around when I'm towing it. That's kind of annoying. So sometimes I'll just leave it flipped over so it doesn't have to flip back and over all the time when I hit bumps. Obviously just go slower on bumps, but oh, a quick big issue with these is that there is this wire right here, and it disconnected one day and I didn't know that, and I couldn't start the damn mower. And so I like panicked, went straight to Ace to, you know, figure out what the hell's wrong with this thing, because it was acting like it was broken, like it was not going to start no matter what I did. And then like right before we all gave up, I saw a little wire dangling like right here. And what it is, there's a solenoid or sensor. See this little button right here? I don't know if you can see that right there. But that, the plug, this cable right here goes to underneath there, came off. And so this was not thinking, it was in park. So it wouldn't start. So what I did was I disconnected the whole thing, duct taped the crap out of it with Gorilla Tape, and then I zip tied the crap out of it into that position. So now it's never gonna move or unclip without someone needing to unclip it on purpose. So, but basically this thing kept switching to, you know, not in park mode when I would go turn the key. So they even gave me a new battery. It's like the second battery because they didn't know what it was at Ace. So luckily I just happened to see that. And anyways, also a fun fact, there's a plug right there for lights if you want to attach lights. I didn't read the owner's manual obviously, so I didn't know that. But and then there's 2 fuses. Just keep an eye on those. Other than that, it's been working fine ever since I fixed that. I'm hoping the right side one doesn't fall out, because that would just be a nightmare. Because we actually had to take this piece off, had to take this cover off just to get your hand to be able to wiggle in there. And so that'd be the first thing. If you guys buy one of these, first thing to do is duct tape that sucker and zip tie it. Because some guy actually drove by and he's like, let me guess what your problem is. You had a wire fall off. I'm like, oh man, if you would have came by 30 minutes ago, you know, you could have saved me a lot of time, because we had no clue a wire disconnected on its own because I hit some bumps on someone's, you know, front yard. So that's basically what dislodged it most likely. So but anyways, that's the fix. That's the only main issue I ever had with this, and it was happening intermittently, and then boom, luckily I had it on the trailer, and that's when it, like, you know, I couldn't get it started. So luckily I had it on the trailer, and I went to Ace and, you know, looked into it, and then after 30 minutes messing with it, changing the battery and checking everything else, I happened to see that loose wire. So anyways, that's it for this video. Take care of your Timecutter best you can. This thing gets dirty easily. Unfortunately, this stupid seat likes to adjust on me. You know, no matter how much I tighten these things, they loosen up on me. Freaking frustrating as hell. I'm about to hardwire this cable, so it doesn't need to know that whether I'm sitting or not. So, because it's just annoying that I have to always get up and move my seat. So, or, you know, if I pop off the seat half a second, it you know, shuts the motor off. It's really annoying. I know I'm good enough to turn off the PTO when I need, you know, to actually get off it to be safe. So if you're not that reliable, leave it on. Don't mess with stuff. But I have the discipline. I take it right off. I turn that button off and then I hop off it. So anyways, all right, I'm gonna cut this video. It's almost 10 minutes. So if you have any questions for me, leave a comment, and I guess subscribe if you like my content, because I'm gonna keep making more on this Toro Timecutter and whatever else equipment I get.